Hey guys, my name is Chantel, welcome back to my channel, and thanks for hanging out with me today. So, before we get into talking about Season 2, Episode 1 of Idolish7, let's go ahead and just discuss details and tell you guys more about stuff that I know. So, first off is Season 2 is not premiering right now in the winter season, so do not expect another episode. The second season of Idolish7 won't premiere until April, which is the spring season of anime, so look forward to that whenever it premieres. But as of right now, only the first episode of season 2 is available on Crunchyroll, and I say only on Crunchyroll because the episode that they have up on YouTube for free on the Idolish7 YouTube page, it's region locked. So you guys can go ahead and try and see if it works for you. But for me, I live here in the US, it does not work at all for me. And I gotta say, I'm really glad that Crunchyroll was ahead of the game and was able to give it out to us in time when the episode was up on YouTube. So thank God, otherwise I would have been a little bit bummed out. So thank you Crunchyroll for just going above and beyond and getting Idolish7 on time for us to be able to watch with everybody else. And I think that's pretty much about it when it comes to details regarding Idolish7. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the episode itself. First things first, I can't believe we have to wait until April to see the next few episodes of Idolish7. Like, I am dying because oh my gosh, this first episode was really great, but also so much stuff happened. Like, my brain, I feel like, is still trying to process everything that happened because there's just like a million things going in. By the way, let's go ahead and talk about the first few seconds of this episode because holy shit did they drop something huge in those few seconds. So Iori is the center now. My boy Iori is the center. I was completely shocked that I actually paused for a second and I was like, wait, did I hear Iori? Did she say that Iori is the center now? Hold up, wait. Well, like the whole time I was like, what the hell just happened? How did they get to that point? Why Iori? Which I'm pretty sure we'll dive into that more as the season goes on, which I said earlier before, we won't find out until April, which is killing me. But I'm very curious to see like what led up to having Iori as the center, because that really took me off guard. And then having Somugi say, you know, I hope people can accept the new Idolish7. There's just a lot that we're gonna dive into, clearly, from what I can tell. And basically this first episode was a nice first episode. We get to see that Izumi has been recognized for the things that he can do and contribute for the group, which was really nice. And it was really nice to see him get like the recognition that he deserves because, you know, he felt like he couldn't really do anything and he felt like he wasn't good enough. But finally he's getting praise and he feels like he's good enough somewhere. So I was really happy for him with that. Another thing I do want to mention is that Tamaki is pretty popular with his fans, and the reason being is I really like that Iori was saying, you know, it's because he basically voices what the fans are currently thinking. He's not afraid to speak up for himself, or, you know, he doesn't sugarcoat things, and he has like a really nice connection with the audience. And I was like, oh, that's really nice. That's pretty cool. Also, our boys are finally getting like their own little TV show slot kind of thing, which makes me really excited. They're all really excited to get it, which I thought was really hilarious because the way that Somugi was presenting this, all the boys were freaking out and they were thinking about like the things that they could have done wrong, and it was just so freaking hilarious. Everyone's just like panicking and they're like, you're not gonna quit, are you? And she's just like, ta-da, like, I got a big surprise for you. Like, that was a freaking cute, hilarious moment right there. But besides that, Idolish7 gets to work with Vale, which I'm really excited because I've been seeing these characters a lot and we're finally going to get to know them. As someone who has no knowledge of like the game itself, this is like completely new to me, so I'm really excited to dive into all this new stuff, and especially, you know, regarding Vale, because I have been dying to know more about them. So this is exciting stuff. I'm really excited. I'm more excited to get to know more about Momo because he's the one that piques my interest the most. Out of the two, Momo is just like this super cheerful, fun-loving guy, and I really, really like his energy. Like, it's just, he looks like he's gonna be like this big old goofball with a gigantic heart, which I'm so excited. Like, he's just adorable. I really like him, which I'm getting a little bit too ahead of myself. We'll talk about them in a little bit, but when they are talking about Rival, Banri is oddly suspicious here because there's some foreshadowing going here, because the way that he's talking about them and the way that the like angles are at, with like just showing a little bit of his mouth and like his arms, I'm like, something's up, huh? I don't know what it is, but I'm pretty sure Banri knows them pretty well. He either would, like, my guess right now is that he was probably like a previous manager for them or something, because he's like, oh, I look for inspiration to how to manage Idolish7 with them and how they handle things. So I'm like, maybe he used to be their manager. I don't know. That's just my guess right now. Like I said, it could be wrong, but we'll see what happens as season 2 goes on in April. Then there's Yamato, who's acting a little bit weird as well when the Rival is mentioned, which I'm like, okay, why are you acting weird about this group? Like, what's the tea there? Which I don't really know why he's acting so weird. Maybe he knows them like childhood friends, or maybe he was supposed to be a part of their group, or maybe I don't know, like there's just so many possibilities. And then for some reason I was like, what if, you know, Yamato is siblings with Yuki for some reason, or related to Yuki? And I'm like, my mind was just going like at different possibilities, and you know, it could go many ways. So I'm really excited to see like what that's about, because yeah, he was acting really weird. Besides that, they basically go ahead and show up on Rival's TV slot, like to appear on their show. When Idolish7 goes to meet them, I believe it was Riku who was saying, you know, oh, like I've been hearing some stuff online that they're like super mean, blah blah blah, like all these terrible rumors about them. And Iori was trying to calm everyone down. He was like, nah, they're just rumors, I'm sure everything will be fine. But then once they enter the room, Momo and Yuki both are super intense, and then you hear like this super intense music, and then you're just like, oh fuck, like are the rumors actually true? And I was really scared, and I was like, oh no, are they assholes? Please don't tell me they're gonna be complete assholes now. Because like, I like the way that these characters look, and I was really gravitating towards Momo a lot, and so I was gonna be really disappointed if Momo was an asshole. But thank God, no, that wasn't the case. It was just Momo messing with them because he overheard them. Like, first of all, thank God they're not assholes. But two, seriously, Momo, like, I was about to have like a little heart attack there. But yeah, he was just messing with them and having fun, and I feel like that like spoke volumes of like what type of character Momo is. Like I said, he's super energetic and fun, and it looks like he likes to mess around with people when given the chance. So he seems like a fun overall character, and I'm really loving him so far. And then you have Yuki. He's like the super chill, cool, calm guy. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to know more about these two characters. Like, I'm really excited. Like, these two are the most adorable senpais that they could ever be. Like, they're just super helpful, especially Momo. He was helping Izumi earlier and telling him, like, you know, just giving him advice. And then you also have Yuki giving advice to Tamaki as well, which was really interesting because he was being like super seductive, like I think anyway. Like the way that he was touching him and like everything, I was just like, oh shit, like what is happening right here? But he was just kind of helping Tamaki. He's like, hey, like this is how you can smile because I know what you're going through, which was really nice. Which fast forward to a little bit later, we get to see how Momo and Yuki perform and what their song is like, and it was just great. Like their performance was really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. I really liked hearing Momo's voice. Like he has such a nice voice. Singing voice anyway. But overall, like this episode of Idolish7 was super entertaining. I loved it. I didn't realize how much I missed these characters until like this first episode, and once we finally got to the very last second of this episode, I was like, that's it. Like we didn't get no OP or ED, so we had to wait until April to see that. So I'm really excited what that's gonna look like. I'm excited to see what songs we're gonna get this season. And like I said earlier, I'm really excited to get to know more about Rival. Like my mind wants to pronounce it 2 different ways, so I don't know which way to pronounce it, so excuse me if I pronounce it differently every time. I'm really sorry. I hear it being pronounced like several different ways, so like I said, excuse me. As I was saying, I'm excited to get to know them and know more about my precious boy Momo, because like he's just such a precious little bean. Like I really love him. I definitely feel like he's gonna be my best boy. Anywho, those are my overall thoughts with this first episode of Idolish7 for season 2. I'm excited to see more in April. Like I would gladly say, can we just fast forward to April? But your girl has Haikyuu season 4 to look forward to this Friday. We're like 3 days away. So I have that to look forward and tie me down for a while, and once that's over we have Idolish7 to tie me over, so I'm glad. Getting off topic, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my overall thoughts of this first episode of Idolish7, and like I said, season 2 does not premiere officially or start until April of this year, so look forward to more Idolish7 in April. And those are my thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my ramblings, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!